So hello guys, in this video I will show you how to full modify your wah pedal. That's a V847 made in USA. The new V847A is made in China and is made with micro components. You can modify even that as well, but you're supposed to remove the input buffer in the input stage. This one is much easier to modify, and even if you got a Crybaby old model with this kind of components, you know, the normal one, not the micro components, they are pretty the same, it's just changing the design. So once you got the schematic of your wah, you can act and see which component you have to remove. You see? What I'm going to do on this wah is made a true bypass, change the two transistors, the Q resistor and the input resistor. Add a switch through bypass here, and I'm gonna mount a buffer here, output buffer, for let this wah play great if you are using just him, or after if you wanna plug before the fuzz phase, because like Hendrix was doing, no one is telling you, but Hendrix had for sure a wah modified, because no wah is playing well if plugged before the fuzz phase. So for sure, if you bought the kit from me, you're gonna have all the components there, and all the components, you can see those are the transistors. After that you got the resistors. Any resistor is good number, so if you go to the 100K, the 100K must be sold there. The 47K is this one here. The two transistors, they can be different, but I'm always assigning a number on it, 1 and 2, and the first one is going in Q1 here, and the second one here in Q2. So pretty easy. So I'll show you how to do it. Let's start and show you from the next video how to start from the scratch. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is solder the switch and those 3 cables. When I got my solder well done, remove the white one, remove the green one, and remove the blue one. That's it. So what we did here, the blue one, if you see, is coming from the third pot here, and that's the output of the wah that is going in the switch. The white one is the output from the switch that is going there, and the green one is the input from the board. Sorry if you didn't see. So blue one from the third one there is the output of the wah. The green one is the input from the board. So the sound from there is going, the green one is, and the wah is moving it up, and white is putting everything out. So we did remove everything. Now another thing, on the input you got a brown wire, or on the second look you can see there is a wire that is going inside here. That's the input, that instead to go straight out to the signal and have a true bypass, is going first in the PCB, and that is why your pedal is sucking the tone and doesn't sound well. So many people is just the soldering that and put inside, but I'm just gonna remove it. So before to do that, let's remove the switch and son is away making mess. That's normal. If you got a little child at home, you can understand me. Cannot sleep in the night. Well, I'm sleeping well. My wife, she taking care of that. Thank God. I really do not wake it. So, I'm going to remove this. That's it. That's the switch. Old one. We don't need anymore. Now, I'm going to remove the board. Be really careful. You got 2 screws. Just take them. That's it. Unplug very carefully your board. By the way, if you got some problem, you can send always your watt to me and I will modify it. Now, you see this brown cable? What I'm going to do is pretty easy. I'm going to cut it because I don't need. And the brown cable, I'm gonna cut here. And after that, I'm going to dissolve here. Come on, brother. You had some kind of problem with my... That's it. This one, I don't need. That's it, we removed everything from here. Now, before to act on the switch and buffer, let's modify your wah board, okay? As a good wah pedal like it was made in Italy in the 60s. In the 60s they were using this kind of transistors. BC109, 109C, and they are good, but you need always a transistor with low HFE. In my kit they are already selected. One is around 330, the second one is around 400, 440, depend, because it's really hard to find them. But if you are around this gain, it's alright. Those original here in this wah, they are 800, and that's way too much. We don't want a distortion, we want a wah. And on the next step, I'm gonna put apart my wah for now, and we're gonna start to work on this. So stay tuned and let's go to see. So now that's the PCB. The first thing I'm going to do is change the resistor here. This one actually is 33K. You wanna something more vocal, and that's called the vocal mode. So you can, in my kit there is 100K resistor. I love this kind of sound that they are doing with 100K there. But you can use even a 68K if you prefer. You can just switch around any single component you are going to change is changing the tone of your wah. So you can actually tune your wah as you wanna. So let's start and change this one. First of all, you have to desolder that. And for desolder you need good skill. Just be careful and try to always do a bit of training on how to desolder on old stuff before to act on a PCB that you need. So the first thing is this one there. Here nearly I forgot the name. Anyway, great Franco, you're fucking wanker. The inductor, sorry, and this one. So let's start and the solder. I got one of these thing here, pretty good, you know, just £5 and helps me. Before to the solder, what I'm going to do actually is make wet a little bit that and solder again for give a new solder. And that's it. Now what I'm using here is this. Is for the solder and is already with fluid on the top. If you don't have fluid, you can buy this one. This is a desoldering which I don't know how to say well. And I'm going to do like that, look. Placing on the top and waiting that is going to eat everything. After that I'm going to cut a little bit more, cutting the second one. And that's it. Now, cut again because you cannot use that part anymore. A little bit here more. You can actually see if it's coming. Be careful always to don't break nothing. So this side didn't come. Now yes, on this side there is a little bit more thing that I'm going to remove, and that's it. Okay. Do not force nothing. That's it, we removed. Okay, there's nothing. That's the old one. That's how it's supposed to look. Beautiful. Now let's grab our 100k resistor. Put inside the hole. Right. That's it. Let's solder it. Make wet. Cut the legs. And that's it, guys. We soldered. So now the same we have to do on the two transistors and the input resistor. Two transistors are those two, needs to be removed, and after that the input resistor. The input resistor is the first one there, this one. So let me put off the camera and start again, because I don't know why there's a video just 20 minutes. So let's see. So before we did the resistor, I forgot to tell you, the resistors is good no polarity, so it doesn't matter which side you are putting there. If you are changing even the capacitors, some of them is good polarity, but on one side you can see the minus part. Those are not polarized. The transistors, they are polarized. You have base, collector and emitter. And what you have to do, alright, is always on those kind of transistor, the emitter, there is a little look there. That is telling you that leg is the emitter, so you can orientate that. And on Q1, alright, on Q1, the emitter is on this side, so it's supposed to go like that. On the second one, the emitter is on the opposite side, so the emitter is there, on this side here. Anyway, I will show you later. So now let's desolder the two transistors. And be really careful, alright? So, let's do it. First of all, what we are going to do is make wet our things a little bit and solder again. Because with fresh soldering is much more easy to remove. On both of them. Now, again, soldering wick. Bit on the top. One. Nothing came out. Try again. But yeah, really careful. A bit, and you're gonna do a beautiful thing. Don't rush, or you're going to burn everything. We don't want that. Let's see. Let me move a little bit back this transistor there, because it's good. I'm actually trying to. Yes. Lift a little bit. Sorry. Because it's coming, but you have to play around and very carefully. But in the end, it's a good thing to do. It's nice. You know, it makes me quiet, relaxed. You see, I'm cleaning a little bit and making the hole. So, because it's just a little bit that is keeping your transistor there. So the transistor is here. I remove it. That's an MPS A18. That's the HFE of those. It's really hard for the wall. That's how it's looking. the first one is removed, just let's act on the second one. Again with a bit of soldering wick. Remove always on the top. Before to remove, remember, solder again a little bit, because the fresh soldering is much easier to remove. And when you remove a little bit, if it's still attached, just try to grab it and make out two legs together and try to lift it that is coming out, but always careful, always careful. That's quite easy one, because on this PCB the solder is just on one side. When you go to both sides, that's a headache to remove. Oh, it's moving too much. Please don't move. And remember, Hendrix said Roger Mayer as his engineer, and he was brilliant. So he knew what he was doing. Modified his Fuzz phase, modified his wah pedal. That's why Hendrix was unique. He was a great player, surrounded by brilliant people around. And if you want to sound like Hendrix, don't try, because just Hendrix can sound like Hendrix. What we are doing here is just try to keep the same tone, but not sound like him, because it's impossible. There was just one Hendrix. This one is coming out quite easy. First one, it gave me a headache. Let's see. Yeah, it's done. It's a little bit easy, like, and that's it. Came out. See? Easy. Now we got the board without transistors. And you have two transistors, 1 and 2. So here I got the big one. You got one. The one is got more gain. The more gain is going on Q1. Q1, if you see with the inductor there, Q1 is this one. So I'm looking the emitter. There is here the look. And the look is going there. Just a little bit, because those are used. Those transistors. They came from an old Fuzz phase silicon, but they had a really good gain for the wah, not for the Fuzz. It was way too much high for the Fuzz. That's it. First one is in. Look on the other side. Beautiful, Franco. Second one is good lower gain. On the first stage, it's going out powerful. On the second one, has to come down a little bit. And those kind of transistors are going to give you the fatty tone from the 60, probably Hendrix one. And if you are a good player, better than me for sure, it's gonna sound beautiful. It's a little bit too big, so let me should leave there. That's it, brother. Two transistors there. I'm going to solder them. So that's it. One with the emitter there, one with the emitter there. Let's go and solder them. Like that. Let me make wet a little bit my solder. When it's wet, I'm going to clean it. That's a cheap solder made in Germany. Paid £33 from Germany. Well, you know, it's really made in Germany, not made in China. And Germans are not fucking about, guys. So, making beautiful stuff. When you are soldering those transistors, try to be a ninja. Very fast. Don't hit them too much. You can actually see them by touching or with the face like that. They are not hot. If they are hot, you can even burn them. They are not going to work anymore. So that's it. We did transistors. Now let's do the input resistor. Switch off the video and we're gonna do it. So now let's change the input resistor. This is way too high. We're gonna put this one, the 68. Sorry, the 47. The 47K inside, and the 47K is actually R1. That is the first that you can see this one here, nearly the two capacitors. So again, which one is this one then? The resistor. What we're going to do is fresh solder. It looks. Enter. And now we are going to remove it. That's it. Came out, just make a little bit hot for move the legs. That's it, she's going out alone, you see? That's the fucker, we don't need that one. We are going to solder here the input resistor. There is the, so, bend the legs, put it inside. Sorry if sometimes I'm rude, but let me bend one leg and later I'm going to sort the first one and later the second. So I need more. One. Put up the leg. And check out it. Alright. That's beautiful, brother. And that's it. And that's it. We right now change it. Transistors, vocal mode, and input resistor. The transistor is gonna give us more a kind of gain, a kind of sound like wow, 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 very, very heavy. The vocal mode is giving your tone more vocal, more wow, wow, wow. Because of that, you are losing a bit of input volume, and this one is replacing that loss of volume by lowering the input resistor. You're gonna have more volume. So that's it. You can actually make other modifying, like inductor. There is using the yellow phasal or something else. This is the original Vox, and they are pretty good. They are good, really good to play, and I like the tone. So here I'm not going to change it, and they are not coming with my kit. After that you can change the capacitor, the first one there. If you see that your wah is good, is picking up some radio frequencies, you can desolder the first one there and replace with one capacitor of 10 PF. and it's going to put down all those frequencies. But for now it's not the case, so we didn't try yet. If in case later when it's finished it's gonna do that, because every wah is different from another, so in case gonna do, we're gonna replace this one there for 10 maximum 20 PF here. PF. So that's it. Now you're gonna have a bit of red cable there. What we are going to do, I'm going to explain you in 1 second. You see the third resistor here, the third resistor there, that's R9. We have to actually solder this piece of wire on his leg there, the leg that is outside the PCB. Why that? This later is gonna give our output buffer energy, but the energy is going in the buffer just when the wah is on, not when it's off, because we want a true bypass wah. And that buffer is on just when the wah is working, for let you play with your fuzz. And the buffer, it doesn't change the tone of your wah when the fuzz is off, so it's gonna play always great with or without fuzz. That buffer is actually just in the middle for let the two effects running together. So you can put the cable there and solder like that, or like me, I'm trying always to like make a little bit of there and try to fix even this cable inside. But you can do the easy way if you wanna. So the resistor R9 is actually in this one there. You see, that's R9. So I'm going to do it like that. Like that, and now just stick a little bit on the top. That's it. It's done. Just lift a little bit because I don't want him to actually touch on the PCB. And that's it, brother. Going through. Now it's like that. So we did everything. And that's our PCB is done. This gonna melt the face of anyone, guys. He's going to do it, trust me. And that's it. Let's do it. Let's pass now on our wah on the next video. So now that we did the board, we're gonna put our board apart. Let's go on our wah. Now wah, I'm going to bring the true bypass switch, the 3PDT, and needs to be orientated with all the pins horizontal inside, like that. What I'm going to do first is bring a little piece of wire, right, and connect one of these with the second one there. So from here, piece of wire there. You can use even some leg of the old resistor, but they are really little, and you don't make kind of like that. Put inside. Like this. And have those like if you can see well. Don't know how to set properly the camera, sorry. It's my wife's camera. If she's gonna know, she's gonna kill me. So that's it. Now I'm going to solder this. Oh Jesus, I switched it off before. So like that. Anyway, in the meantime my solder is going hot. I'm bringing the water. Okay. And what I'm going to do is bring a green cable. Green cable, and you remember when it was soldered, when we desoldered the brown one, we break the brown one, sorry. Let's lose a little bit the turn a little bit later. When we desolder that, we are going to solder a green wire, or any color you want, but remember that's the input signal of your guitar. So, sorry. It's not hot enough. Come on, mate. Right. It's getting hot, yes. It's around 400 degrees. So I'm going to do like that. Make it hot. And try to stick again in this hole where it was before. That's it. And now I'm going to solder it properly. Sorry. That's it. Leave this, and now again our switch. Let's go and solder this little thing with it. Remember, piece of when you snap off from the pieces you don't need. They are very good for the true bypass, or using just a cable, normal cable like this one. Up to you. Alright, sorry about before the camera went off, so just a second. And so, we wanted to solder the little thing here. And nothing. Let's try. Okay, let me switch it off. My solder. And I'm going to clean right now. So. One. Second side. That's it. Now I'm going to snap off what I don't need on the back. A little bit up. This way. That's it. Now let's put our things, our switch in our wall. Jesus, what a mess. It's always like that with me. It's kind of more the switch right, put down in this way. and I'm going to fix it a little bit. 1, 2 and 3. You can actually now try if your pedal is switching on and off the switch. Alright, going on the floor. It doesn't, because that one is much longer. So what are you going to do is just add something there, or put a couple of screw mold inside there, like I did on mine. That's it. At this point, see, I'm going to remove this screw that is here, because it's taking much more space. And what I'm going to do is just put this one, and try again. Oh, sorry. I hate screw things. Again, this one oriented down this way. Try to fix a little bit. Let's try again. Now it's working. Yeah, I can actually on and off. If it doesn't go properly, there you can put something else, like, I don't know, go there somewhere, something. Got a piece of these, right, I'm going to cut it. I've got here some double-sided stuff that I'm going to use it. This way. Like that. I'm going to place down there. Oh, just I'm gonna make it. Oh, sorry, it's a bit of rubbish here. Oh, jeez, I cannot. Very tricky, but that's it. It's actually there. So now you can properly hear it, and it's very easy. On and off. That's it. Now, what I'm going to do here is this. I got here my buffer, later gonna be plugged. For now, I'm not plugging it, but I'm gonna leave it like that. You here can see a little trim. This trim later you're gonna need for find the good spot between volume, fuzz and wah. Very easy. Good spot is easy to find. Full of just your ears and very easy. You're gonna understand immediately when you got the good spot. Now, what I got here is this white thing, as you can see. The white one is going to be soldered in the middle there, in this way. But first, I'm supposed to remove a little bit this thing, because it doesn't let me properly. That's it. Later I'm going to replace them. That's it. Let me make a little bit more there. White one in the middle there. This way. And I'm going to solder. That's it, is it? Now the input of the wah is going in the other middle here. Like that, the signal when the wah is off from there is going straight out, and that's the true bypass. So again, in the middle there, excuse me. That's it. Let me snap off a little bit of the shit. Here we are. Now, here we got our buffer. See? So, now our buffer is good. Wait a little bit. Better do another video. So now let's take our buffer, and our buffer is good. The red one is the V, energy that is going in, voltage. Black one, ground. Green is the input of the buffer. Blue is the output of the buffer. So, what I'm going to do is pretty easy. The output of the wah, that is the blue one from the third loop, is going to be connected to the green one of the buffer. And I'm going to do that in this way. I'm going to take even one of these for later, for have a beautiful joint. So I'm going to plug it here inside the green one. I'm going to do like that. Connect together. And have a piece of solder on top. That's it. They are now together. This black thing later is going on top like that. With a hard dryer, it's gonna become beautiful. So the green of the buffer with the blue of the wah. Third look. Now here, this is the input of the board. the input of the board, alright. Sorry, oh, just forgot. The input of the board, right, is going to be soldered here. On the last one there, where before we did put the green one from there, on the top is going the input of the board. So what I'm going to do is clean a little bit and solder this one inside in this way. Nice and easy. We are almost there, so that's it. The output buffer of the buffer, you know, signal is coming from the PCB out here, is going inside the buffer, that is smoothing that signal, and later is going out there, on the top there. This way. Oh. And I'm going to solder. Oh, sorry, careful to don't burn other stuff when you're doing that, because it's very strictly. That's it. Now, what about those two? It's pretty easy. This is the ground. The ground, you can actually solder the ground on the output there. That is going there. In this way, like that. But for do that, show you in a second. Later, all this mess of cable, you can just tie all of them in the best way possible, and you're gonna have a beautiful thing. I will show you later how it's gonna come out. This way, in the middle. So, I'm gonna start a new video where we're gonna solder input of the voltage and the ground. So stay tuned. So, let's lose a little bit of the output jack. This way, just for a better access to the ground there. But here there is another thing, and I'm going just to snap it off. Like that, I'm gonna have better access. That's it. Here there is the ground. Now, the ground from the buffer is going there as well. So I'm just trying to make a dot. Both of them are inside, and now I'm going to solder a little bit on the top. That's it. Now, what we can do is fix our buffer. This way here. Oh, sorry, a bit down. That's it. And that's the PCB with the red cable, you remember? I'm going to take another thing of that and put inside there for later, after I did join both cables. Try to fix them together with the hands first. fucking hate. And apply a bit of solder. That's it. One is going there, this way, black thing on the top. Very strictly already. Anyway, almost with that. There it is. Now I'm gonna just take the eye dry of my wife then. It's really powerful. And make hope a little bit more. One, and the second one it was here. That's it. All the connections are done. Now, if you want to install even a LED, it's pretty easy. The LED, 2 legs, alright. On this one I'm not going to install any LED, because first of all you have to make a hole there. So that's not my watt, I did on mine. And remember that the LED is going to heat energy. This watt is just with battery. A battery is going to last you 1 year in a watt, so it's new to have the AC jack. And what I'm going to do now is clean all the mess, because our watt is ready. That's it, we did everything. So we're gonna mount again everything. I will show you how to clean a little bit all the mess and everything, and later we're gonna do a beautiful video and try this watt with the 2 Fuzz faces, one Jimi Hendrix signature, that is the silicone one from Dunlop, and after that my Fuzz that I'm actually selling, the Voodoo 67 with NKT275, germanium Fuzz. So both kind, and see if he's wowing or he's a pussy. Trust me, he's gonna wow like a bastard. They're gonna melt faces, these one. So I'm gonna start a new video and do everything all together, clean a little bit the mess. So now let's again connect this one there, this way. Very careful. It's inside. Red one try to pass under. This one is going there. Let's start to have our PCB fixed where it was before. First screw. That's the second one. Now, I'm gonna grab those. I'm gonna put all of them outside the jack, but under actually the jack. So like that. You know, that's just clean the mess a little bit. It's what I most hate, but we have to, for the beautiful thing for our clients. So I'm going actually to put beautiful thing there to fix it. They were here somewhere. There it is. What's up, babies? Ready to eat? Alright. Say something, say hello. Say. Come on. And that's it, the first one. And I'm going to snap it. Now, for the LED, if you want to plug the LED, the red volts from the LED is going soldered there as well. And the ground from the LED is to have a 4.7 K resistor soldered on it. Later is going to be soldered here on the top. From the middle is going another black ground that is going on the ground on the output jack. Easy to do. Baby, it's an early though, just 10 minutes and I'm coming, alright? Come on, 10 minutes, let me finish this one, because I have to try it. And try another one. It is. Oh Jesus, I finished them. Anyway, another problem. Going to take a bit of black. I'm going to do beautiful. Sorry about that, but I finished. I think so. One is going there. And that's it. The blue one actually can pass the top there. And there like that. Yes. In this way is not going to mess around in the middle. You can actually even stick those on the floor there, but it's just in YouTube. So let's fix again input and output. That's it. Let's fix our switch. I'm gonna grab him here for the let him move, you know. I wasted on. Screw too much, are gonna be broken. On, off, and that's it. Our watt is ready. Now we have just to try and see how it's working. When I'm trying, I'm gonna plug the Fuzz and trying to watt this way until I found the good spot. Right, the Fuzz put at maximum everything. Because if he's gonna wound the maximum, he's gonna wound every kind of setting that you are doing. And just screw this one in the middle from 0 to 3. I'm actually gonna do like that. That's set it on 1, like that is on 3. So like this, you can see the two spots. On 1, I'm going to put this one in the middle. From there, try to check if I have to go a bit down or a bit up. And that's it, guys. Our watt is ready to watt. Hope everything gonna go Right, let's put this one back. Like this. We did the true bypass and everything. See? Beautiful. Thank you very much. So next video gonna be beautiful try. What plugged before Fuzz face. Hendrix tone, not sounds, because Hendrix sounds just Hendrix is good, he sounds. We can just dream about to play like him. And there gonna be no what that can actually beat something like that. That's a Vox V847. You can do that on Crybaby old model, and any kind of Wise out there. The new kind of generation I told you already, they got the microcomponents, so it's a bit headache to modify them, but it's not impossible. If you got a problem, just send your to me, get in contact, and I can do it for you. So that's it. 9062 vocal tone, vocal mode, the 2 transistor input resistor. You can actually check later if it's something going on with the radio interference. Just change the input capacitor. True bypass. If you wanna have a LED display, very simple. Just one is going there, another one is going from there, and the voltage from the LED on the positive cathode from here, and that's it. The buffer is gonna go on just when the Y is on. When the Y is off, signal is going straight out. When the Y is on, signal is going in the PCB going there, wowing. The signal from the Y is going inside the buffer is modify that signal for let your Y interact with your Fuzz. From there is going there, and there is going out. That's it. Thank you very much. I hope that's going to be useful, and please follow my page and get in contact if there is any problem. My kit you can actually find on my website, and they are complete of everything, buffer, transistor, everything you saw until now. And anyway, if you're gonna have a problem for mount that, no problem, just get in contact via Skype, I can help you. So that's it. Thank you very much, and let's see if it's wowing or not. Now, as you can see, guitar, I'm not using no Fender, nothing, but just a Squire. So it's plugged in the wall. Let's close here. From the wall is going into the Jimi Hendrix Fuzz, and after that in my Voodoo 67. Jimi Hendrix is with a silicon transistor. It's very noisy, especially even if you are not using that. But you see, when you're closing, you have this kind of noise. My Voodoo, even if you're putting everything at maximum. See? So if you want to do like, I don't know, Foxy Lady, putting down, you have these noises. Because Hendrix was using germanium. Not this shit. That's just a bullshit. Marketing bullshit. So that's what is here. The buffer, right. I did set the clean amplifier. What I'm going to do is put all the Fuzz at maximum. Let's start with my Fuzz, and later switch around the what. Now just move this one as you wanna. The right spot is right in the middle on this one. You just find the right one. Silicon, everything at maximum. On. are not going to use everything open, but that one is going down here, the fuzz, not too much, and I don't know, let's try it. Now, I'm gonna put it like this, grab my guitar, and try a little bit. Clean, no one, nothing. Let me stand on the floor. Just what? Sounds beautiful, this kind of tree that just the BC109 can give you. Fuzz face Jimi Hendrix. Off the what? What? My fuzz is everything at maximum, so volume like this. So, you know, everything clean. I like the transaction from clean to distorted at the same level, so volume a bit up. That's it. Fuzz a bit up. Germanium, Hendrix, Germanium. Now, the amplifier is on clean. But if you like me, you have even the amplifier on lead, so it's gonna be mixed. I'm mixing anytime distortion, my fuzz with distortion from the amp. So let's try. That's just the amp lead. What? Now fuzz. What? Everything mixed. Of course, if you are going to put more gain, fuzz, you're gonna have noises because it's two distortions together. I love how they are mixing together. Still, the wire is working perfectly with both parts. Job is done. This one is ready to go. Thank you very much.